E5, a direct hit on my battleship, but it didn't sink it. Why am I referencing the game Battleship? Well, let me tell you. We are here to investigate the next 2 days at the USS North Carolina, which is a battleship that was hit by a torpedo but didn't sink, and was used in every major naval offensive during World War II, earning 15 battle stars. So what brings us to investigate this historic location? Well, a lot of creepy things have been reported to happen on the ship, such as bed springs banging in the sick bay.
That was the loudest noise I've heard at any location.
Footsteps being heard walking around the ship.
I heard something that way.
Voices heard yelling or talking.
It's not like someone is talking.
As well as cold spots and objects moving, and even full body apparitions have been reported. With such a storied history being in battles and people dying on the ship, it would make sense that some creepy things would be going on. The real question is, will we be able to capture any of these experiences ourselves and make Gary less of a skeptic? Only time will tell, and maybe the team will get a sinking feeling themselves as they investigate this unique setting. Join us on this journey into the unknown. This is Skeptic.
A man named James Craig founded a campaign to save the vessel, which was modeled on the Battleship Texas Commission that had successfully acquired and saved the Battleship Texas for preservation as a museum ship. Craig convinced Governor Luther H. Hodges to ask the Navy to delay the scrapping of the ship, and then led a campaign to raise the $250,000 necessary to prepare a site to host the vessel, to tow her there, and work to prepare her for visitors. 1961. North Carolina was transferred to the state, and in late September, she was towed from Bayonne, New Jersey to her new home in Wilmington, North Carolina. She was brought up the Cape Fear River by 9 tugboats. She was formally opened to the public on April 29, 1962, and is dedicated to the more than 10,000 North Carolinians that gave the ultimate sacrifice during World War II.
You know, when this ship was commissioned, there was no war. There's nothing going on. It didn't think, but Franklin Delano Roosevelt, again, in April of 1941, said that this was a sign of strength. This was a symbol of strength, and it has been that ever since. It's been erected, and you can feel it when you come among this vessel. It's oh man, I just wish you could feel what I feel right now. And I know that tonight's gonna be a great night because the energy is just amazing. It's contagious, and man, you can see it. Like, I kind of got chills if you look on my arm, man.
Whoa! Did you hear that? It was not. It came from over there. It sounded like a ringing.
I heard it.
You heard it?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the bells that Gary was?
A bell?
Hey, Gary.
I don't know if you guys that picked up on our mics, but it sounded like something was ringing from over there. It was like ching, ching, ching. Yeah, it sounded like an old school phone. We should probably go over there. Hey, Gary?
Did you just ding that bell?
There's him?
Yep.
God! Real quick. I tripped. That's a trip hazard. That's not my fault. Check this out. This is a wishing well.
That was 100% my fault for not taking that. Damn it.
I'm just making sure we don't trip.
Yep. Got it.
That's where all the treasure is.
Is there anything?
All right.
Here's the audience.
So we're starting group. We're starting where Maeve heard her, I don't know, something made her cry.
Made my eyes water, and I'm sorry. You've never been scared enough
Yeah, true.
to make your eyes water. I know Taylor has.
So we're actually in the room where she heard a loud thump. Again, I said in my interview that she did not know this, but this is where a guy was sweeping right over here behind Taylor where he's standing. If you want to show him, I'll walk over here, Taylor. The guy was sweeping right here, but the beds were down. So the story was he was sweeping, he looked up and saw somebody on a bed, and then jumped down and he heard, which may have been what Maeve heard in general terms of sound. But we're in this room, we set a bell, simple. That's all. If someone wants to set it off, let us know they're here. Feel free. We have a REM pod down the hall. They can set that off. Sick bay behind us. We have another little REM pod thing they can set off. But we're just gonna sit here quiet for a few minutes. D can only hear us maybe down there, but he can't. We don't have a camera in here, so we can't really see. He can't see what we're doing. He may be able to hear us, but. Okay. If anything wants to make any noise, let us know you're here. You can. I'll knock on one of the metal. If you want to knock back, I'll do a knock on the door. I'm just moving. I'm gonna clean on some metal. I'm trying to find some metal to hit.
There's a lot.
So I will say, if we hear anything, you're definitely gonna hear it.
That's what's cool about this location, is that if we do hear something, we're gonna hear it.
Let's walk this way then. And just, so we're walking to the sick bay. And you're supposed to hear a lot of things down here. We have a camera in front of me, and then in this room right to the left, there is another like crystal pod, which similar to a REM pod, but a walkie won't set this off. This is probably a more realistic aspect.
I like that.
Because a REM pod, I'll clarify that too. So we've came to find out that the REM pod's not very reliable. For people that use the REM pod, I'm sure you love it because it sets off many things. A phone can set it off. Walkie-talkie, I can hit the button to call and it sets it off. So there's a lot of false positives you'll get from the REM pod. This isn't much better because I can hit my walkie right now and it's not going to set it off. It has to be something close to it. So REM pods, very iffy, very untrustworthy. This has been much better. Appreciate it, Lauren. We're going to see. We're going to leave. Got a camera in front of it. If anyone wants to set it off while we're around, feel free. All right. So maybe you want to tell us what you experienced here, and then we'll go on from there. See if we can get recreated or anything else.
It
Turn your
was-
light off. Thank you.
So it was almost sunup, and this was like the last place we were going through, so we just kind of decided to just sit, and it was kind of, I want to say like about the time breakfast was being served and stuff like that. So we were all just half asleep and kind of sitting over here. I'm gonna sneeze.
Sneeze you.
Oh goodness. And we were all on this side, and again, we were just really not expecting much, and it sounded like on the other side over there, like somebody stood up from this table and scooted the bench that we're on, and it sounded just like that. And and then it just scooted and stopped.
Well, for reference, she said she heard it on the other side, so we're on one side of the galley. She felt like she heard it on the other side. We have a bell on that side. If anything wants to set it off, they can set it off. We also have the Nova, which is no longer on
Interesting.
right now, in the middle of the galley. So it's in like where they would get their food or whatever. That is something that is very rarely supposed to be set off. But if it sets off, there's supposedly energy around it, and it will light up green.
And what I'm gonna do is, if they are asleep, I'm gonna wake them up real quick with this.
That's me.
No, it's not. So here we go.
Well,
What was that?
freaking has his phone on, not on silent. Kids nowadays.
This guy's gonna keep texting too.
D, have you seen anything? Hear that?
Whoa.
That might have been heat again.
That is not
What sounded like a heat? Taylor knocked it over again.
Literally put that conversation.
Right, and he knocked it over.
Well, if anyone was asleep,
Can't make it.
So you wouldn't die on us.
There's a bell right here. If anything wants to interact, you can set this bell off. All you gotta do is press it. Just press it that hard, it'll make some noise. That's all you gotta do.
sheesh.
It's loud up here.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any cameras that way.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
It sounded like someone was talking.
They said they thought they heard talking. I don't hear it 'cause I'm right next to this fan.
It sounded like somebody was talking over there. Shit.
Over there?
Yeah.
They said they could be heard talking over here, back where we just came from. So we're gonna make our way back over there, D. You want me to go first? Or you wanna go? You should probably go behind if you did the camera. No, that's the other one I don't know what.
Sorry for making that noise.
It's cold. I think he feels like it got cold. But it wasn't a sailor though, it was somebody that was building the ship, is that
Yeah,
right?
the piece fell on him or something. Something fell on him.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, what's that part here? You get him where I can actually stand up. Okay. So, this area right here is the actual first recorded death on the ship. It wasn't during wartime, it was a piece fell when they were like testing everything and it killed somebody. So this is the area where the first person died. It's either here or right over there. So, hey, if you want to make yourself known, feel free. Make a little knock. Make yourself known.
Yeah, if you want us to leave too.
Yeah, if you want us to leave, knock 3 times.
2 if you want us to stay.
1 if you just want Maeve.
keep hearing things.
What are you hearing?
Shuffling, talking in the distance. I can't tell if it's my...
All right, well, we're probably gonna head out then.
So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We just finished group, so now it's time for us to choose solos. I'm going to say Taylor is gonna go first. After Taylor goes, we're gonna go Gary.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, bring us home, man.
May's gonna bring us home.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the mess hall first.
So guys, I'm back. I don't know if you remember me, but I was just down here. And the first thing I'm gonna do is sit right here. Back where we were when we heard all the noise. All right, so we're here. We're in the mess hall. This is where I heard most of the noises that I heard. So I'm gonna chill here for a little while. I got an Arizona tea with me. I'm gonna drink it with the crew, and we're just gonna chill and talk. I feel like I heard a clank. Bang! Right off the bat. That's right. Can you do a bang for me? I will sprint out of here so fast. What was your favorite food down here? What's the best thing to eat on the menu? Hey.
Me strong.
Gale me strong. Lasagna? Kale. Who's your favorite chef? There's 25 of them apparently. Did you have a favorite? What do you guys drink? Is it just water? Do you get anything else? Sweet tea, iced tea? Oh, you guys know you like sweet tea better. Who here likes sweet tea? Give me up. Or how about that Arnie Palmy? Arnold Palmer. That had to be in the 50s, right? When was Arnold Palmer around? It's lemonade mixed with sweet tea. How about dessert? You got a favorite dessert? I know you like pie. Who doesn't like pie? You got key lime, you got pecan, apple. How about peach cobbler? All right, when y'all are sitting around this table and you're all eating lunch together, breakfast, lunch, dinner, there's tables, right? You have the cool kids, you have the weird kids, you have the kids that maybe be the loner kids. Is there anybody here that was a loner that felt left out?
Lemon.
Soup, lemon. Creature.
Did they say soup?
Yeah. Soup? Yeah, cloud. Oh, preacher. I thought it said creature.
Soup, huh?
Okay, preacher, that's good.
Okay. So he said he had soup.
So you
come
like
across
soup?
the-
What's the best soup? That gave me chills. That gave me chills. think being in this location, it would be easier because it's a battleship. So you know, like, at least if there's something here, it's gonna be like some Navy boys. But it's so scary in here. It's so quiet. It's unnerving. It's really bad. I get what Maeve was talking about. Okay, let's say I joined. Where do you think I would fit in? Where should I report to? You got a spot for me anywhere? Anything I can do? I'm a carpenter, so I can help build stuff if you need things fixed.
Everything's made out of metal. He's a carpenter, wood carpenter, but everything's made out of metal. So I would think you would need a fabricator, not a wood maker. But nice try, Tyler.
Dash. Immersion. Hold.
Dash, immersion, hold. All right, so we started in the mess hall. I was trying to chill with the boys there. Didn't get much. So now we're gonna go to sick bay. Now sick bay is like first thing your brain comes to when you think, okay, maybe some people didn't make it. So we're gonna go check that out. Then we're gonna make our way back to the bathroom after that. And then potentially we'll go to the spot where the first guy died. If we make it.
Haunting.
No way.
Find.
D, it just said haunting. Anybody have any kind of sickness while they were here that really bummed them out? Look, we got this dispensary in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. They got all sorts of concoctions and potions. Anybody have any surgeries in here? Appendix removed? I do keep hearing noises here. I do keep hearing little clicks and clacks. It also kind of sucks to hold this up, so actually I'm gonna sit this down and kind of sit down. Occasionally I'll get little spikes on here when there's no noise, so I'm interested to go back and listen to what that is. Could just be pops from my shoes. I get them occasionally when I'm running this. I'll get like a spike when I'm not saying nothing. So I'm interested to go back and listen. But it could be like pops in my knees or my shoes or something like that. Okay, so when you were in surgery, you had the surgery room behind me, you had the dressing room. Did you ever have anybody really botch a surgery here? So everybody here on this ship, nobody had anything bad happen? If you can give me a knock. One knock equals yes. Is anyone in here with me? Start with that. Were there any female doctors? I keep hearing noises behind me. Do you let me know if something runs up behind me?
Well, that's no noise from outside, so whatever you hear back there is happening back there.
Okay, it could just be in my brain. Nothing's like really loud. It's just it happens, man. Every investigation. There's a point where you just feel energy. I don't know if it's just me, if it happens to everybody, but there's a certain spot, pretty much in every investigation, where I just start to get like, and I have to calm myself down or I run out. Just heard a big thump. Wait.
He's finna leave. He's finna leave. You gotta tell me what's going on. Walk me through what's going on, Taylor.
Okay, just quiet real quick, because I thought I heard like a hot tool. We just got hot to it. Holy shit! Who is that?
Tell me what's going on, Taylor. I can't hear. I can't see. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, Taylor. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Shh, quiet, quiet, quiet. There's so much noise going on. Wait. Is anybody back there? Okay, so I was walking down that hallway and it sounded like a pipe. Bang! And then I heard what it sounded like a bench scoot out, like whoosh. It all started with a hot tua. It all started with a hot tua. So, for the record, just for everyone's record, that was the loudest noise I've heard at any location. 2 noises. Holy shit! Who is that?
Going off. This is the first time it's ever gone off. The way that it's going off right now. It's crazy, I know. It's insane.
If that was you, can you set that off again?
I got chills right now. It's insane.
This is interesting. I've never felt. There are certain things that have happened in investigations, but I've never felt like something, I was 100% sure something happened until just this investigation. I heard 2 noises and that went off. That doesn't just go off. What's your name, man? Yeah? Is it cool that I'm here? Set it off. Stop. You gotta be shitting me. Dude, thanks for coming by. Can you tell me your name?
That has never gone off.
Yeah. And it just went off like like it had a purpose. That was crazy. Okay, so that thing never has gone off ever. Since we've had it. Never once. And it just went off continuously. Almost like it sounded like it was like a response, right? Can you do it again? One more time, and I'll leave. It's okay, you don't need to do it again. I know it probably took a lot of energy to do that, so I appreciate it. Thank you. That was so cool. I'm terrified, but yeah, that was awesome. I'm so scared, but I'm also like excited because it's like you've done all these investigations, and sometimes you find like what could be evidence or what couldn't be. Some of it's like so far, like everything that we found or I found personally could have just been myself playing tricks. This seems like it was pretty concrete. Now, this is a different location as far as like the metal in here. So could it have been some kind of like radio signal from my phone happened to go off and set that off? I don't know. I don't think so. Wow. That was cool. That was cool. Sorry, Gary. I'm not joining your side in that. Okay, but here's the thing. I have to come back up because for some reason when that happened, I just got incredibly quenched. I don't know if it was like a fear response, but I need some water. Dude, that was wild. That was so wild. That was crazy. I hadn't experienced anything like that so far. We've done 7 or 8 of these. I've had things happen that spooked me, but I haven't ever had something where not only was I brave enough to stay around, but felt like that was legit. That was really legit. The device that went off never goes off. It's not like a REM pod or the music box that can sometimes malfunction. It doesn't go off. And I mean, you saw it. It was a response. It was a response to me. That was wild. I'm gonna be feeling that for a while. It was cool. I didn't feel scared. I mean, I felt scared. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel like I had to run. It felt like somebody was just like, hey, yeah, I'm here. What's up?
So Taylor, that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because Laura Hunt's made that particular device.
Yeah.
And she told us the scientific nature behind this device and that it only goes off when something happened. Where the REM pod, the regular REM pod we had, can be set off by a radio wave.
Yeah,
it can be set off by a phone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you explain it, because I don't want to take your thunder, man. What happened?
Okay, so I keep hearing things behind me, and I can't tell if it's in my head or not. It's just small, weird noises that, there's, especially when you're in an earpiece, you got kind of 1.5 ears. So you're like, maybe I'm hearing things. I start to walk back, I hear a clang. I'm like, whoa, 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 what was that? And then seconds later, I hear like a bench scoot. I'm gonna go back in my footage and make sure I heard that, because D kind of talked to me when it was happening, but it was crystal clear to me. I then go and I'm like talking to the camera like, hey, that was great. I just heard noises. The crystal pod goes off. It goes off once. And then almost like it was an intelligent response.
Yes.
I asked it to do it again, or I was like, is that you? And it goes beep, 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 again. My heart stops, okay? I'm like half terrified, half excited. I like don't know where to run or just pass out. And then it goes beep, 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 beep.
Set it off.
It just continuously. And we've never seen it go off, let alone do something like that.
Yes.
To me, all that consecutively happening was to me A-tier evidence. The best evidence I've ever personally gotten, I think. Maybe Bobby Mackey's, it was my first one, so I don't know. Bobby Mackey's was all my gold standard, but this might be my new gold standard as far as evidence goes. That was crazy.
You could tell that it was crazy because you could tell that your breathing pattern changed. Like you start like breathing heavy, and I knew that it was just a matter of time before you got out of there. And I don't know if it was the doctor questions that triggered it or what, but I'm curious because you heard something behind you first, and after you heard it, did it sound like it was getting closer?
Yeah.
Was it in the distance? So could it potentially walk past you and went into the room?
It could have done that. I think it either did that or it saw me walking and it like ran the other way, and that was that first bang.
Yes.
And then it ran back around because maybe it was like keeping up behind me. And then I started walking down and it was like, no. And then it was like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe. But then it got fearless, whatever it was. It wasn't scared of me, which I'm not saying it should be. I was definitely scared of it.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was so cool. It was, like I said, a mix of not knowing whether to run or pass out. My whole body was screaming run, but my brain was like, okay, you've done this so many times. You got to stick around. You got to capture this. You got to stick around. So I just like fought it, and that's what I couldn't even talk because I was having this internal conflict inside of me, and all along like bangs are happening, things are happening. It's just like it was just I was overstimulated. I also was wanting to hear if I heard some more noises. So once you hear a couple noises, you expect more, right? So that's why I was like, let me just hear. But it didn't matter because everything happened for a reason. It was awesome.
All right. So, turn this night shot on. I'm starting my solo. I know I saw Taylor's face. He was a little freaked when he came and got me. Now it's my turn, so let's see what we got. All right. So I know D says he wants me to start in the mess hall, which is to my right, which I'm gonna go to first. So right now I'm in the mess hall. And it's 2:30 in the morning. So I'm just gonna ask some questions and see what we can get. Let's start with, is anybody down here with me? So I can hear the rain in here. It just picked up. Sounds like it's coming down right now. So I know there's a bunch of cooks that were on here. What was your favorite cook? Or who was your favorite cook? So, obviously I'm a jokester. Deanne's a jokester. I don't know if Taylor and Maeve are big jokesters. Was there any specific people that were jokesters during the mess hall, during chow time, that would mess with people and play practical jokes with their food? So I'm sure, being Navy men, everybody knows, y'all like to drink a little bit. So who is known to make the best drinks? Could be moonshine, could be just a drink, an alcoholic drink, anything. Who made the best? So now I am making my way to where the first actual recorded death on the ship happened, which happens to be right here to my left. Okay, where I can actually stand up. All right, I'll set my phone down right here behind me. I'll keep asking some questions. It's still recording. So, I know somebody died here at this location. The first one ever on the ship. What actually fell on you or fell on the one that died here? Can you tell me what fell on you? So, I think I hear like water dripping. That's what I was trying to see. I was trying to determine if it was dripping of water or if it was another sound. That's why I took my earpiece out. I was trying to determine it's coming from over my left. But it sounds like it could be water dripping, because it didn't sound like a footstep or a shuffle or anything. It sounded like a dripping of water, but I don't know. So that's what I was trying to listen for. I took my earpiece out to hear. All right, well, if you don't want to interact with me, I'll listen back on this to see if you wanted to talk through that. I'll give you another thing you can do when I'm not here. If you want to make your presence known, we have this camera right here. You can just jingle this chain right here. Just move the chain around and we'll catch it on the camera. You can just let us know you were here. If you don't want to be around when people are here, that's fine. Just move the chain when we're not here and we'll see it. And that lets us know you were here. Also, Maeve will be coming down, our other partner. You can interact with her if you don't want to interact with me. You may feel more comfortable talking to her. So I'm carrying a camera in my hand, and I got a phone in my hand. This acts as a way for you to talk to me. If you would like to talk, you can talk into this and say anything you want to say. When we listen back, you'll hear it. We'll hear it and we can talk to you. We'll be back here again tomorrow night. So right now I'm making my way to the sick bay. I just did the mess hall and I did where the first guy died on the ship. So now I'm making my way to the sick bay where we have some more devices. So yeah, right here, D, I can hear a lot of, I don't know if you hear me, D, but I can hear a lot of water right here. Okay, so I just set the music box in front of the hatch right here. So if anything wants to interact with, they can walk in front of it. There's also a bell in there. And Yeah. And then there's also a crystal pod right here where if something gets near it, it can light it up, and we'll see that as well. We have a music box that can set off if you want music. Also, there is a bell. You can set the bell off. I am going to text Maeve and tell her to move a chair real quick, just so I can see if I hear her above me. So we have a music box, we have a crystal pod, and there's a bell in that far room. If you want to set any of those off, feel free. If you don't want to do it around me, that's fine. There's other places where you can go and set up other devices in here. You can put some chains, you can do whatever thing you want to do. Just interact in some way if you want to make yourself known. So Maeve said that there is no noise, total silence up there. Took my earpiece out because I thought I heard maybe whispering. I don't know though. Then I thought I heard a clear meow, which wouldn't make any sense, but. So, thought I heard possible whispering and whatnot, but as I listen more, it sounds more like a water gulp on a constant thing. So it actually may be water, because as I kept listening harder, it sounds more like a gulp of water over and over. But it'd be coming from down there, which the thing that sucks, we don't have a camera down there, but we will have a camera down there tomorrow. But it definitely sounds like a water gulp the more I listen to it. All right, I'm gonna head out. If you want to interact, we got one more person coming in. Ugh. Feel free. So I'm on my way out now. I will say the water definitely will play tricks with you, and you'll hear stuff in the water and it sounds like different things, but I'm pretty sure it's water gulps, and you can hear the water dripping, which sometimes can sound like footsteps from a distance, but I don't think there's anything like that. It's definitely warmer down by the sick bay than it is in the galley, but that's also where the door is to get in. So it's more open aired. And I have the heater down here, so it makes more noise. But we're gonna send Maeve in now and see what she can get. I don't foresee her staying very long though. But you never know, she may surprise us. She does that quite a bit. But that's another solo down with not a lot, but we'll see. What can I say about my solo? It went as usual goes, didn't really experience much. I got more rain during it, so I think that probably played a factor in certain noises I heard was probably because of the rain, and I went over there and tried to figure that out. And some of it definitely was the rain. At times I did think there was footsteps, which would have been awesome. But I was able to determine it was the rain. Now I will say in the sick bay, it did sound like I heard whispering, but the harder I listened to it, it sounded like gulping of water. So it could have been mumbled, I don't know. It could have possibly been whispering, and I'm just saying it's mumbling of water. Again, we don't have a camera over there, so we don't actually know. We'll have one there tomorrow. I did hear a meow though, I felt like, and that didn't sound right, but a meow could be anything. I don't know if it would be, there's not obviously a cat in there. I wouldn't think something's gonna meow, but that's the only thing I think I heard. We'll have to listen back and see if I actually did hear a meow or not. If not, so be it. But either way, didn't really experience anything. I know May's bringing the rear. She's probably gonna freak. And hopefully she runs out, but you never know. Well, that's all I got for this one. Until tomorrow night. For me, usually what always happens, I feel like happened. I think the rain picking up really sucks because it really does make you hear things. But a lot of times you can walk, if you walk over there, you can hear it's the water. So at times it may feel like it's something else. But if you truly listen and you actually go over there, if you can hear the water gurgling and stuff like that. And sometimes it sounds like voices off in the distance.
Okay.
And then same thing, it may sound like a footstep or something. But then when you get close, it's the same exact sound. So I do think May's probably going to say something like that. If she goes in there, she's going to be like, I hear something, but I think it's probably going to be water. So make sure she finds that out. I was able to debunk if it's over anything if they move above when you're by the sick bay, you can hear it. I had to move the table and it moved. I have it recorded, so we'll see if it sounds exactly, if anything else. But other than that, like it was super quiet in there. Other than the rain, you can hear the rain when you're in the mess hall. I felt like it picked up at times, but I didn't really experience it. I didn't get none of the devices to go off, which I usually get the music box occasionally.
Yes.
But I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I'm massively not excited.
But I will say, I felt like I was in there maybe 15 minutes and I looked down, it's 35 minutes.
Yes.
So time flew by and had no idea. It didn't feel that way.
Yeah, I'm hurt right now, Gary, because I just knew that this was the place. But this is just night one.
You still got a whole nother night, and you still got Maeve to go.
I do still have Maeve, so it's not over. It's not over at all. I am a little defeated right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that you guys can't see my face because it'll show.
Don't worry, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I was.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. What are you expecting? Night one?
I don't know what I'm expecting. Like, we went in as a group and it was quiet.
Yes.
So that gave me a false sense of hope, I think. Like, I'm going into it, like, trying to think that the guys have already been in.
Yeah. Everybody
on the ship's asleep. Nobody wants to fool me. So I'm just going to walk on in and do my thing. Nothing's going to happen. And I'm going to leave.
That is awesome.
But that's probably not what's going to happen. I'm telling you, like, if I squeak my own shoe, I will probably freak myself out.
But you've been here before. You have history with this place.
I have never been in this place alone.
Well, it's going to be fun, Maeve.
It's going to be something.
You got to have a positive outlook on it. We think that you're not going to run out. This is a place of refuge. And not only that, your husband's military, right? He is. So, yeah. I mean,
he's a Marine though, so I'm not sure how welcome. There's good-hearted. Oh, I say that. Good-hearted jokiness between the Navy and the Marines. So we'll see. My brother-in-law was in the Navy.
Okay, all right. My father-in-law was in the Navy 32 years, so this should be interesting. So we'll see you in there, Maeve.
Let's do it. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. I'm supposed to try not to go backwards. Not doing that. I can see better this way. Now, once I get down the stairs, then I will. Alright. I think I'm going the right way. Let me find a camera. I found the bathroom. Well, I found it, so yeah. So, to me, the bathroom, oh, let me turn this off now. Ooh, that got dark. I can use this with the light, right? Oh, don't answer me. That's fine. Sort of. Okay. Okay, so that's the one thing, is it always sounds like there's something moving. And I know that it feels like this thing isn't moving at all because it's so big and it's so heavy. But we are sitting in water. And when you're outside, hearing stuff, and when you're outside, you can hear the water kind of lapping up onto the, like on the ship. So it makes that noise because I forget that we are still on a ship and this ship is in the water. So some of that can be just water sounds. Okay, so I have my phone recording. I'm going to sit it down. I am in the bathroom on the USS North Carolina. Fix that, sorry. I did ask a little while ago, but fucking heater. Jesus Christ. Slow my heart down. Oh, the heater came on and absolutely scared the bejesus out of me. So it did that when I was in here with Taylor and Gary for group and got my face then too. So, okay, heat came on. Whew. Okay. So I asked earlier, but I didn't have my phone recording. This was World War II, and I know what was it like having to leave your wife and your family if you had one? I can't imagine. I mean, it sounds kind of weird to ask that question in a bathroom, but I guess you can hear me anywhere. I know sometimes I go to the bathroom and I just cry in the shower. I know you were all probably pretty young. Did you come in here to just get away for a minute? Could you cry? And no one noticed because you were in the shower? My heart goes out to you and your families, by the way. So, let's see. All right. So, I am in front of the barber shop. Can't really see in here too much because of this light. So, while I'm out here, I kind of wanted to say, because I am kind of in a bunch of different areas, I wanted to say that I did a thing earlier, and it's impossible to do anything seriously around Taylor and Gary. So going forward, I will probably just do that by myself. And I called to the watchman, and I want to call on you here too. I want to thank you, as I'm sure everybody on board this ship wants to as well, for standing vigilant, even in death, even on the other side. It feels strange to me to just come into a place like this and just carry on like business as usual, because it's not here. Like, we've gone many places, we've gone to hospitals, we've done prisons, we've done asylums, but this is an actual piece of history. Like, this ship was in battles in World War II. There were people on this ship. The ship was a living, breathing vessel. But I was standing in the parking lot and I took a picture because this ship is absolutely beautiful. And I sent it to my husband and he wanted me to tell you guys that you have a very magnificent taxi. He appreciates all the rides. You guys have anything you want to say back to him for that? But I just wanted to say thank you. I haven't had a chance yet in here by myself to say thank you for your service. And sometimes when we go investigating, we go just to talk to spirits. We go just to get evidence. We just go ghost hunting. And this is not just ghost hunting in here, guys. We want you to know you're not forgotten. I think I heard something. I heard something that way. But you're not forgotten. And we're not here to ask you to perform for us or to entertain us. We're here to listen to you because we know you're still here. So I just want to put that out there, that I'm not here to ask you to be an entertainer. I'm here out of respect. And we want to meet you where you are. So yeah, I'm sitting here. Yeah.
He said the tent snapped on him, so he was dealing with that.
The tent snapped?
Yeah, because of the water.
Oh shit! Is the stuff okay?
Find out. Yeah, somebody go find out right now.
All right. Do you want me to just I guess just hang out?
You can, well, you can, or you can wrap it up if you want, whatever you want to do. Until we figure it out, or if you want to wrap it up, it's up to you. Your call.
All right.
And I'll get him to let you know once we figure it out.
All right. I'll walk around for a minute and I'll head up that way.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Because I'm feeling some kind of way. During group, I'm already heightened. I'm already scared. But that feeling when you're trying to run up the stairs from the basement and somebody's chasing you, that's what it felt like. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm cut out for this one. So, we'll see, I guess. It's just, I don't know. But you can tell, I'm just kind of fucking rambling. But definitely feeling some kind of way. And like I said, I'm already in my head. So it's not going to take much to scare the shit out of me.
Night 1 was a success. Taylor's solo provided a taste for what this historic ship could have in store. Join us for Night 2, where the Skeptic crew will be back in pursuit of a connection to the paranormal. Will Night 2 have what it takes to make Gary a believer? Stay tuned.